What is that smell? Oh, it's a giant pile of retro turds! As always, I'm Dev. Today we're taking a trip to 1994. Dev is your typical suburban 13-year-old kid. He mows the lawn, shovels the snow for money, and he uses said money to rent video games from the Kroger down the street. This particular fall of 1994, after raking many leaves, Devin rented one game more times than probably any other in his young life. That game was Shaq Fu. This game has a reputation that precedes it. Everyone knows it's terrible. Everyone knows that the story is nonsensical, and Shaq, during the fighting part, moves like a sloth after a major stroke. It's common fact that the opponents are ridiculously hard on even normal, while a 3-year-old could beat the entire game on easy. Everything that could be said about this game has been said before. Everything except for my history with Shaq Fu that summer 22 years ago. So back to 13-year-old Dev. Dev was an NBA freak. I collected NBA trading cards. I played basketball with my friends in the driveway every single day. I idolized Patrick Ewing and Larry Johnson. I was a short, fat kid from Cincinnati, but I dreamed of one day being a tall badass. While my dream of being over 6 feet tall never came to fruition, thankfully there are video games that allow me to be whatever I wanted to be. And I was very happy to be Shaquille motherfucking O'Neal. I played any and every NBA game I could and was especially fond of Shaq Fu. Shaq Fu made me happy even though I was awful at it. Like, the worst. It didn't matter though because, like I said, I got to be Shaquille O'Neal. I played the game for that first weekend religiously, never getting past the third fighter. The reason I never got past the third fighter? I refused to change the difficulty to easy. In my neighborhood, playing on easy was a bitch move, and 13-year-old Dev, he ain't no bitch. Over the next 3 months, I rented this game no less than 5 times. That was a big deal when your money came $5 a week for doing the shit your parents didn't want to do. I played it and played it and played it and rented it and rented it and rented it, and then one day, I just decided that the game kind of sucked and I never rented it again. It's like the adult part of my brain flipped a switch and suddenly I cared if what I was playing was, quote, good, unquote. It's a funny thing when you stop being a kid just playing a game and become a quasi-adult looking for things like value and replayability, and weird concepts like, quote, quality game controls. Before this game, I was happy to just waste some time playing a game. I accepted its flaws and found a way to have fun no matter what the game was. So when I decided to play Shaq Fu for the first time in over 2 decades, I set out to recapture that feeling of accepting a game for what it is, warts and all. I can't necessarily say I had fun, but I do feel that I gained a better respect for the game just accepting it for what it is. So you're not going to get a review from me for this game. You're just going to get a collection of fun memories I had about it. That's going to do it for this week's Retro Turds. If you liked what you listened to and saw, you can go ahead and like the video. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see all of our content. And if there's a particular retro turd you'd like to see me play, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Thanks.